Hi, kiddos. Now it's time for our next story in Holy Week. Now, this one is a little sad, but we have to remember that this story is the story that happens right before Easter. So it helps us understand what Jesus went through. So we are going to read this together, and we can learn more about Jesus's life and what he did for us. Sadness. It was night. Jesus took his friends to a garden. There Jesus prayed, and there Judas carried out his bad idea. He led soldiers to the garden. He showed them where Jesus was. Jesus knew he would, and it was all right. Jesus went with them. I think it's scary to be led off by soldiers with swords, people who you know want to hurt you, but Jesus went with them because he loves all of us. You see, it was time for Jesus to die. God had planned it long ago. Jesus knew it would happen when he came to the earth. He came to take the punishment for all the wrong things anybody had ever done or ever would do. So, who knows the word punishment, right? That often happens when we do something wrong. And so sometimes, like if you steal a toy, your parents might make you do something because you did something bad. And it's often not something you enjoy doing. Punishment is not something you enjoy. It's something to make you realize you did something wrong, and so that you can learn to do better. So with Jesus taking on our punishment, he's taking on that experience of that bad experience you'd have to go through so that we don't have to go through it anymore, because he went through it for us, because he loves us. So let's get back to our story. And now it was time. The soldiers took him to the leaders. The leaders did not believe he was God's son. They said, "He must die because he calls himself the Son of God." So they killed him on a cross. It was a sad day for Jesus' friends, but they did not know that God had planned a wonderful surprise for them, and they would not be sad for long. So I know this story is sad, kiddos, but I want you to remember that this is only the beginning of our Easter story, of what happens next. So when you read this story, remember that on Sunday, we're going to learn what really happens to Jesus after he dies. Have a good night, kiddos.